Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of A Happy Moment. My name is Dan. Thank you for joining me today. This week I have a book review for you, The Art of Prophecy by Wesley Chu. This is part of a series. It's book 1 in the War Arts saga. I bought this book because I was looking for something a little bit different than what I'm used to reading in the fantasy genre. This is a fantasy novel in a Chinese-inspired setting. There's lots of martial arts action, magic, and plenty of colorful characters. We're all familiar with stories where there's a chosen one whose destiny is to defeat some evil overlord or monster. Wen Jian is that prophesied hero. The Tiandi prophecy said that there would be a hero who would lead the Zun people to victory over the Katuwa people and their leader, the Eternal Khan. However, things don't go quite as planned. Ling Taishi, one of the greatest grandmaster martial artists in the land, is sent to check up on Jian and see how his training is coming along. What she finds is hugely disappointing. He's a spoiled brat who couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. Discouraged by the progress or lack thereof she sees in Jian's training, she decides that she's going to take over and do her best to teach him and be prepared to face the Eternal Khan. The prophecy is wrong, though, and things don't go as planned. Now Taishi must figure out what went wrong, while also caring for Jian in the process. Taishi and Jian are not the only main characters, though. There's also Salmind, the Viper Strike of the Katuwa people. Salmind has her own destiny that she's meant to fulfill, but she has other things in mind, such as setting out on a quest to find her sister. And then there's Maza Kasami, the assassin, who quickly became my most hated character in the book. Kasami is seeking to make a reputation for herself, and she doesn't care who she has to go through in order to achieve that. All of these characters have their own goals they're trying to accomplish, and participate in plenty of action. As I mentioned in the beginning, there's a huge martial arts influence here. You'll see lots of battles, you'll see plenty of twists and turns along the way. If you like action, you'll definitely find it here. Everybody is on a serious mission, but there's also plenty of lighter moments as well. Taishi especially has a quick wit and doesn't hesitate to hurl insults at people. There are certain events that happen that I found somewhat disappointing. However, it's not really something I can judge until I read the second book in the series and give things a chance to play out. This is a fast-paced book, and I did read through it pretty quickly. There's lots of conflict, and you're going to be eagerly flipping through the pages to see what happens next. There'll be things that make you laugh, and there'll be things that want to make you reach through the page and strangle one of the characters. But regardless of whether I liked someone or not, it always stayed interesting. I definitely liked the growth that I saw from some of the characters, and I hope this continues on through the series. Unfortunately, this book just came out last month, so I think there's going to be a bit of a wait. If you're like me, though, and you love reading fantasy novels, but maybe you're looking for a new twist on that, then I highly recommend this, and I think you should give it a try. And of course, the ending did leave several cliffhangers, things that I didn't see coming. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the next book. I also had some guesses as to what I thought was going to happen here. So far, it hasn't come true. Well, we'll see. If you've read this book and have any thoughts on it, I'd love to hear them. You can find me on Twitter at HappyMomentPod. Please let me know what you think. If you're still on the fence about checking it out, you can also reach out to me, and I'll see if I can convince you even further. Wesley Chu is a New York Times best-selling author, but this is the first book of his that I've read. So while I'm waiting for book 2 to come out, perhaps I'll check out some of his other work. If I do, I'll be sure to let you know what I think of it. That's all I have for this week. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.